Shannon.
Hi, Shannon Rose, the Rose Hollywood Report. So my first question for you is, what are some quick and easy do-it-yourself meals for a guy like me who is always on the go?
Wonderful question. So the key begins with assembly. So I like to use the motto like IKEA, some assembly required. You are always going to do healthier if you buy quality ingredients and assemble them yourself, as opposed to buying something that's ready-made. And especially when we eat out, we never know the quality fully, right? So one of the tips here would be, for example, say I had tacos in the evening, I could make a taco salad. So I've got Wildwood soy crumbles and salsa. Maybe I put the salsa in a separate container just so that it doesn't get everything all soggy. But then maybe I have some chips, some guacamole, some lettuce, toss it all together, and it can be a salad, but it could also be tacos the night before. Same thing over here. I've got some ideas. You can do the same thing with pasta. So I could take my Monterey Gourmet Foods makes ravioli, and they make tortellini, but they also make a pesto sauce and a marinara. I could mix that with chicken sausage, toss it all together, and you can take that on the go instead of buying that pasta meal when you're out where everything comes already together, where they're using a lot of artificial ingredients to make sure that it stays fresh. There's a lot of extra sodium, things like that. So assembling it yourself is going to be one of the best things that you can do from a health standpoint.
Now, how can parents get their kids involved with making quick, simple, and healthy meals?
So my recommendation, especially since school's almost out for the summer, is to get kids involved. We did it the old-fashioned way when I was growing up. We had a chore card. So it was somebody's responsibility to help mom unload the groceries. It was somebody else's responsibility to help at dinner time to put stuff out, somebody else to help with cleaning stuff up. And with something like your Frigidaire dishwasher, it's so easy for kids of any age can literally take the plates off of the table, put them into the dishwasher. If you don't want them touching the soap, you just do the soap, and then you turn it on and you leave. You come back and you've got clean dishes, and then you're ready to go with another meal again. So I recommend making it part of their summer homework program. During the school year, it may be harder. It may be that, basically what you do is you just talk to them a little bit about, hey, take 5 minutes. When I'm going to go to the grocery store, what are some of the things you want me to buy at the grocery? Or if you live somewhere, it's the time of year where gardening is going on, it's great to get kids involved with gardening. That's a great way to help them get involved with their food.
With the popularity of energy drinks on the rise, what are some healthy alternatives to give people more energy?
So really great question. Popularity of energy drinks on the rise. How do we get more energy? And I want to change the question. The proper way to think about it is not more energy, but better energy. Anybody can take stimulants and get a jacked up form of energy, but the problem is then they drop down. And these highs and lows are extremely bad for the body. They wreak havoc on our sleep. They wreak havoc on our metabolism. Oftentimes they leave us super, super hungry because we may have had a stimulant drink that had no calories, and then suddenly I've jumped up on all these stimulants, but my belly hasn't gotten anything, so my body is saying, wait a second, I'm hungry. So what we need to do is we need to think about it in a couple of stages. First of all, there is zero room for anything artificial or chemical. So if you want a quote-unquote energy drink, then what you want to think about is milk. Milk could be an energy drink. It's going to provide you sugar because milk is a sugar. But if I'm having that, maybe I have a handful of nuts, and I want to have my best quality, so maybe I have organic milk and a handful of nuts. But let's say I like coffee or tea. I want that caffeine stimulant. Then if I have that, maybe I put almond milk in my tea or coffee, or maybe I decide to have it black, but if I do that, then maybe I have a banana and peanut butter with it, or maybe I have a cheese stick and some crackers. So remember, your energy and better energy is going to come from your calories, from your food, not from stimulants.
Okay, my other question to you is, what are some inexpensive do-it-themselves meals people can incorporate into their budget?
Sure, and sitting in front of me are some great do-it-themselves options that it can fit into anyone's budget. So part of what the issue with budgeting is really learning that when you buy quality ingredients, if you buy them in a way that is, especially if you go to a store where they're going to be lower priced, you can buy in bulk or you can use your freezer to store things. So for example, I love going to the farmer's market and getting wonderfully fresh vegetables, and if they're in season, they may not cost that much. But if they're out of season, or if I'm going to the grocery grocery store, they may be very expensive fresh. If I buy them frozen, they're going to be less expensive. So I can take frozen vegetables, defrost them, and put them out, and suddenly I can have my taco bar, or I can have my pasta bar and do it that way. Or I can say to myself, okay, I'm going to buy this package of soy crumbles, and I'm going to mix it in with my salsa for eggs. I'm going to mix it in with rice. I'm going to mix it on top of a salad. So I'm going to use it in a bunch of different ways. So while this may be more expensive because, and especially with soy, you want organic and you want best quality, that may be more expensive, but the ingredients that I'm mixing it with may be less expensive. And when we buy things in the ingredient form instead of already assembled and ready to eat, we almost always save money there.
And my last question for you is, with the 4th of July approaching, can you suggest any creative do-it-themselves meals for a 4th of July party?
Sure, and I look at 4th of July is so fun in terms of do-it-yourselves, and I call it do-it-themselves eating occasion ideas. One of the things that I love to do is I take a sparkling water, and then I get the kids involved with putting raspberries or blueberries. Again, frozen organic is great. You can certainly buy fresh at the farmer's market, strawberries, all those red and blue fruits, and they toss them into there. Or I'll take yogurt, and we'll take the yogurt, and then they'll mix and they'll do layers of the red and the blue and the white. So you can do things so that you get the color scheme going in. You can do the exact same thing with a pasta salad. You can take, and I actually love to put fruits in my salad. So I'll take one of the raviolis, and then I'll put maybe a tomato sauce on top of there, and then maybe I serve blueberries as the dessert option. So we've got all of the color combos going on.
Well, this has been Shannon Rose of the Rose Hollywood Report, and thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having me.